Greetings, my fellow Tarnished. It is the Erdtree, and welcome back to Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Here we are in the Dragon Pit, dealing with some pretty nasty weather. We got flying rocks, flying debris, flying sparks, lightning, thunder. You know, it's, I guess if you're living on the Oregon coast or something, it's probably pretty standard. I can't even see where I'm going anymore. Like, yeah, we'll just go up into this wall, I guess. What was here? Up here? Let's have a look. We can actually walk this way, interestingly enough. Well. This seems dangerous. Also turn on my lamp. That way you can at least see my immediate surroundings. Oh, we got floating rocks. Some red fulgur bloom, and I can't really see much of anything else. Okay, there's some sharp gravel stone around, so we're going to want to try and pick those up. And the game's going to crash again, isn't it? No? Okay. Yeah, I've been having more PC instability. It seems to just be a never-ending issue of either my graphics driver updates and is incompatible with my Windows, or my Windows updates and is incompatible with my graphics driver, and every time that happens it resets a bunch of settings and just creates some really obnoxious instability. I'm pretty sick of it, but here we are. I'm gonna pull through. I think out of this at least. Maybe that was just a one-time glitch. Hopefully it doesn't do that too much anymore. We shall see. So, let's not get barbecued. Okay, grab the fulgur bloom and get out of here. There is the spirit spring. Don't worry, I saw it. We're gonna go back to that in just a sec. I just want to have a final look around this place, because there, yeah, it's like, this doesn't seem like a path you should be able to go, but obviously we can, and obviously you are meant to come here. It just, like, the texturing and everything looks like one of those off-map areas, you know, minus the detail dragons and the spirit spring, obviously. Alright, where is this gonna bring us? Higher and higher. Yeah. This feels even less, like we're supposed to be here, but... Uh-oh. Can we go that way? No. Yes. Actually, we can. But I think we can also go the other way. Honestly, I have no idea. No, I don't think we can go this way. Well, hold on. Yes, we can. That was close. I think this is probably as far as we're going to get in this direction. So, back down then. And continuing to cross. This map is wild. Or this part of the map is fucking wild. I can't really recall anything like this in a Souls game before. At least not on this scale. We've had some areas of crazy verticality. But it's strange, because there's no hostiles here. Yeah, there's our spirit spring. So actually we could have just come up here, and now the storm's gone. Also, I gotta stand up and ignore this. I can't see anything on my screen. When the clouds disappear, or the clouds part briefly, it just, yeah, it creates this glow that, is just blinding. And I barely even have my window open, but if I close my window and the clouds come on, it's way too dark. It's a little annoying, and I don't really want to use my actual lights. They don't look as nice. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna run to this Spirit Spring, because there is a chance that the Spirit Spring down here is not the one that we just took. I think it is. Yeah. It almost certainly is. Okay, I wish the, well, actually, hold on, because otherwise I probably would have noticed this Caller Bloom. But then again, we can't see anything. So the storm just stopped. How high is this going to bring us, actually? Yeah, we couldn't have come up here without the Spirit Spring, so... Hello! And here comes the storm again. Let's jump up. Yeah, no, this is just where we were. Yeah, so, I guess up here. Like, we were just up here, though. But maybe I missed something. The goal does seem to be to climb higher. But, no, I can't see anything that we can climb up from here. No further Spirit Springs? Is this? Yeah, this must be it. Or at least we won't die if we fall, probably. Yeah, this is new. Oh, I wish I could see how far that was. But I cannot, alright. I can see it in the lightning. This is... cool. It's a bit unnerving. Okay, so it's actually, it kind of pays to look and see where you're gonna land. Holy hell. This is absolutely wild. More sharp gravel stones, the lightning continues. We aren't getting any closer to where we need to find our map, so I don't know what we're heading towards. Bale, maybe? We'll grab this red Fulgur Bloom, why not? So into another tunnel. Hopefully this will put us out of the storm. We have an item. Ooh. They're oozes. Okay. And they already came down, so... Yeah, what is the deal with these? Lightning ooze. Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Okay, I need somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones. I like that you get so many of these. Because it does mean you have pretty much free reign to upgrade the regular weapons as much as you want. It's just the somber Smithing Stone related weapons that are rather limited with how many you can upgrade. However, it's much better than it was in previous games. Like in Bloodborne, you got, what, 2 blood rocks? Or blood slabs, or whatever they were, the final upgrade material. You got like 1 in the DLC and 1 in the base game, or maybe it was in grand total 3, I can't remember, but it was not many. And in Dark Souls 3, you get a little bit more, but not much more. Holy shit. We are going high. Alright, this looks like a boss arena. I am nervous. Especially with all these runes. That is 100% a boss arena. I just don't know, like... I don't know where we are, I don't know what we're doing. I can't see a boss in there, but... it's probably gonna be a dragon, so it's probably just gonna fly down on us. It could be Bale. You know, we got Bale introduced in the last episode, and we do need to come... we basically got given a quest to kill Bale and devour his heart. So, I don't know if we're going to do that right now, though, because... I would like to find this map. I just have no idea how to get there. The foot of Jagged Peak. It's the Dragon Communion Altar. This seems to be the closest. I really have no idea where to find the map stele or how to get there. But then again, like, this is a very convoluted, kind of twisting, turning, winding pathway. And to make it worse, visibility is pretty terrible, so it's very possible that we just missed it. Okay. I was also a little paranoid that maybe my recording had stopped. The game bugged out for a second, but it seems to still be going. We're gonna backtrack a little and look for this map stele, because the map itself might give us some clues as to what we're up against. Sometimes you can lean a little bit. And I'll tell you now, I don't want to fight Gale with, or, Gale? No, I don't want to fight Slave Knight Gale either with this many runes. Fucking hell, Slave Knight Gale, oh god. Alright. Lamp on. I really don't know where we're supposed to go or what we're supposed to do in this area. It is tricky. So there's a spirit spring somewhere down here, and I would like to jump down to reach it. Yeah, there it is. We can make it from here. Yeah. Okay. So, if we go around this way, perhaps we'll be able to find a place. No, this is just leading us to the skeleton area, which is looking down over nothing that we can really interact with. So the map. How the hell do we get there? Like, it is highly unusual not to have a map stele fairly early on in a location. Or at least fairly readily accessible from where you begin. But this is the only way we can go. So unless it completely loops around this mountain, which it doesn't, this just takes us around our lovely favorite spot, where I'm sure nothing awful is. Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps there's a cave that we missed? I mean, damn well could be. There could be a tunnel somewhere that carves into the side of the mountain. Okay. Through you, I guess. Is there a way we can see something from here? No. This gives us even less visibility. Now, we're just moving further away from it. So I don't believe that this is how we get there. Okay. So that was... we just warped up to foot of the Jagged Peak. This must be the map fragment that we need. I'm gonna try Jagged Peak Mountainside and then see if there's a an obvious direction to go from there. Well, down, I guess. Problem is, that's gonna be a no. Like, none of this looks traversable. And I can't see... I mean, it doesn't help that I can't see anything. But it doesn't even look like the space below us is traversable, like we should be able to get down there. Or anything further along there. It just looks like the map stele is... it might be subterranean. I'm beginning to suspect it might be an underground area. I don't know why you would put the map stele for an overland area in a subterranean subzone, but that could be the case. Or it could be that we need to Like, there is this whole below area, which we can clearly get to, and perhaps we reach it through there. In which case, I'm kind of under the impression that we're not supposed to be here yet. I mean, as far as you're supposed to be anywhere or doing anything. So, look, we've gotten to, what's this one called? Yeah, the Jagged Peak Summit. So whatever's going to happen up there is going to happen up there. But I want to have the map fragment unlocked before we go in there. So, with that, I would really like to find a way how to get down. I just really don't know how. There really doesn't seem to be a way how to actually descend. Unless we go through the Shadow Fort, or Shadow Keep. Which, honestly, I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna start doing Shadow Keep. Judging by its location as being fairly near to the Erdtree, it feels like it's later game, but I reckon we'll see. Like, if enemies are absolutely trouncing us, then we're probably not supposed to be here either. In which case, then I'm afraid we're at a bit of an impasse. But Shadow Keep Church District. Let's have a look. We'll see what kind of enemies we have to face. There's a bunch of dead people. There's a roof crabs, because, of course, ooh, it's flooded. Oh, yeah, it's really flooded. That's really cool. So if we fall in there, we're dead. That's too deep. This isn't water that we can swim through, which I think is pretty cool. That is a sunken elevator shaft, if I've ever seen one. I'm going to activate my lamp, even though it is not night. It is pretty dark and foggy here. One could say it's shadowy. I cannot use horse yak thing. Okay, we can jump onto here. And then presumably jump. This looks unstable, though. Is it gonna, like, rock? No, it is actually quite stable. But look at the flooded trees. Oh, man, I'm getting a little creeped out by something potentially being in the water. So, yeah, we have crabs. Just regular crabs. And another item over there. So I'm just gonna quickly grab that. And we should always be on the lookout for things like hands. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna steal your bones. We can jump to there. This is very different. Cool looking area. Okay, we can cross from here. We have another dead body being feasted on by crabs. We'll let them do their thing. Strips of white flesh. What are these guys? They look like the dead nobles. Okay, well, we can get to that. I just want to make sure we actually... Uh-oh. I hear something. What is it? What are we looking at? There's something in the water, and I don't like that. Oh, getting some creepy feelings. What are we looking at? Well, what's happening? Something's happening. Yeah, I'm getting a little creeped out. I have, thalassophobia. What is that? Is that just a tree? But the shape's underwater. Fuck, and we have to, like, run across this? This is not fun. I mean, it's cool. I just don't like it. Gold item. What is doing this? I can see absolutely nothing. This thing's falling. Great glove gravewort. Okay. Alright, that's not too bad. Why would that be here? He had it on him, so maybe he was trying to pick it. So I don't think we're getting over there. Okay, back across the lovely, stable-looking logs. I wish they bobbed. Like, I'm glad they don't. That would make me even more nervous, but It would be realistic if they did. Okay. Run. Alright. Whew. Ugh. Now what? Can we get back up there? I'm sure we can. Yes. Easy peasy. Yeah, then it's over that way, huh? So, that was cool. Got some stuff. So we don't have the best jumping angle. Guess we run from up here and hope for the best. Alright, that works. I'm surprised we haven't fallen and died yet. Dude, if I see... Oh, hi. What are you guys? You explode. Oh, you explode, which means you're gonna knock me off. Of course. No, just run. Actually, you can just kill it. Why not? 1,500. It's a solid amount of runes. Out of curiosity, you drop anything? They're also worth 839 runes. Okay. They're literally just coming out of the ground. Yeah, you go in there. Oh boy. Don't like this. These enemies, that can just knock us off the side if we happen to be, standing in the wrong direction. However, what do we do from here? I guess we run onto the roof there? Would be my assumption. That would be correct. Okay. What are you? Obviously an enemy, but I've never seen you before. So we're gonna open this up with, yeah, that works. Oh, okay. A bit of pyromancy. Mesmer. You look really cool. Okay. Yeah, you're very cool looking. Whoa. Alright. So, like, he got the final blow, but something chunked a lot of my health, and I don't know what it was. Like, right before the final blow landed. Because that final blow didn't do all that damage. Okay. Grab my runes. Thankfully, they're here. Alright. It may have been one of these that hit me. He does not stagger, at least not from the normal hits. And this is also, like, problematic, because it's a little tricky to heal against him. Wow. He actually hits quite hard, so I don't know. This might just be, the delay catches your rolls. Fucking hell. And then he attacks through the flame screen there. And then that has a super long range. And he summons one of those, so that's probably what got me. Okay. These guys are... I hope this is not a super common enemy in, you know, like the Horned Warriors in Bellerot or something, where there's only a couple of them, because these are really annoying to fight. They look cool, but... Huh. I do not enjoy fighting them. Emperor of Mesmer. Something we can do down here in the water? No. I'm still waiting to see something awful in the water. I feel like that's something that Miyazaki has not used to its fullest potential. Something shaking, and I don't fucking like it. What was that? I have... What is happening? No, we can't drop onto that. This is the way, though. Oh boy. So if we fuck this up, then we're dead. All right, good. Lots of very questionable platforming. It's certainly not the worst, but it's given me heebie-jeebies, especially with it being over water. Oh, this place is very ominous. All right, so we have a roof pit that we can jump into over a fucking vaulted ceiling that's over yet more water. Great. Wow, this place is just, yeah, it's crumbling and sinking into the muck. Oh, I don't like this at all. Not a fan. I mean, it's cool, but... Still waiting for some sort of enemy in the water. Can we get to that somehow? No, I think we have to drop down into here, which is just fucking delightful. Oh my god. Alright. Tell me there aren't enemies here, at least. This is... really, really unnerving. So, we can't really get to the other one from here. I think we have to go all the way down. How far down does it go? It doesn't even go... No, it does go all the way. Alright. Well, we can get to here at least, and then I can grab this item by jumping onto here, except this rock's in the way, so I feel like I'm gonna slide. Which is never nice. Okay, we can do it. Also, just check, make sure there's nothing gonna, like, knock me off the side here. Stormhawk feathers, 3 of them. Okay, that's a find. Why are they here? We're gonna have birds. I hope there aren't gonna be any birds. This would be a terrible place to fight birds. Okay. Let's see here. We can, at the very least, drop down there without dying. In fact, I would hazard a guess and say that is what we were supposed to do. To check. Make sure there's nowhere... We can drop out here. And from the looks of it, we can probably just connect back. Alright, I'm just gonna do it. Yeah. Alright, so it doesn't matter which direction we drop. That's probably a shortcut. Oh, this was the prayer room key.
America, mother to us all, favor me with thy grace.
Which we got from...
I have met many who would threaten or distress thee, and quelled each and all. And I hereby swear to never cease. So please, grant me thy grace. Leave me with my solitary light.
So, this is... We got this room, or this key from Queeline. I'm clicking the thumbstick in to see if he's here, but no, he's actually just curled up on the ground. So I'm assuming he's not hostile. He's not looking too good. I do want to actually get a closer look at him. Right. Which we gotta use our, binoculars. Sorry, telescope. We don't have proper binoculars. Interesting. Dude, why can't we move while we have this? Yeah, I'm breaking your pews here.
Queen Marika, I implore thee, bestow thy grace. Take not from me my solitary light.
So he is craving grace.
Take not.
No, we don't want to do that. However...
Queen Marika, take not.
No. I'm not sure what I need to do here. Perhaps there's an item that we need to find. Maybe a gesture that we need to use? May the best win. We can try this again. Oh, Mother, we got recently. I mean, it's... Mother, like... You know, America, right? Presumably, I don't know. Well... I don't know what to do with you, so... Yeah, that's there. Far Night Queeline. I hope you find a site of grace soon. Alright, we got some more, crabs. Eating some people. Ah, fuck. I wonder. You bleed? Yes. Perfect. This should give an accurate indication of how much I want to deal with these guys. Hit him again. They do, ow. Alright. Honestly, fighting them at range might just be the better option. They haven't dropped anything. There is loot over there. I have my shield out, because, you know, expect ambushes around every corner, because Miyazaki gonna Miyazaki. Rune of an Unsung Hero. Golden remnants of the grace bestowed upon heroes who fell in the realm of shadow. 50,000 runes! The great heroes of the war were richly blessed by the grace of the Erdtree, but were not honored in death. Yeah, no one was honored here. That is very, very apparent. America obviously sanctioned this crusade, but we haven't heard about any of it on the surface. Okay, so that's a way we can go. There's still another way we can go. Out over somewhere else. What are you? Are you just a tree branch? I think it's just a tree branch. Why is that in the water? No, it's an arm. We can jump onto the statue's arm. It's America statue. And we can jump onto her arm in the water, and I hate it. Oh, hi. Another one of you, you say. Huh? Damn it. That's not how that works. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it this way. Okay. I'll take that. Fuck. Alright. It's almost dead. One more ought to do it. Okay, can I just hit him? There we go. Why you like this game? What's down there? I hate this. As of yet. Alright, I'm getting my runes before we do anything else. There must be another way to get that. Hi. That does a ton of damage. I was almost dead. Alright. What about perfumes, huh? No? You... He's got reach, he's got range, he's got speed. Got obnoxious timing on attacks. Ah, the fucking D-lock. I hate it. So much. And he's just like shooting me from around the corner, and I can't even lock onto him. Fuck you. Okay. Go that way. I'm really curious about what this item is, but right now, I don't care. You can go this way. Does this just lead back around? Or is this leading to something else? I am suspecting, which is why I'm ignoring the item for now, that we're going to be able to lower the water level. And it's going to open up a second layer of this place. I just have that feeling. Okay, so we can see this place from the, yeah, from up there. We were just there. This is going to bring us to a lift. Which is going to take us up, away from the water. So, that's alright. I accept this turn of events. Maybe even to a site of grace. That would be even better. I'm scanning around. I'm sorry for the dizziness. I'm looking to see if there's any ledges that we can jump on. I can't see shit. And we're going... This is a bigger lift than I thought it would be. Like, where are we now? Specimen Storehouse. What the fuck? Number smoothing stone 9. Okay, I'm glad we have normal enemies instead of pyromancers. These are, horn scent and a site of grace. It's not quicker to get to the flooded area from here. But we're gonna level up. 58 dex. There you go. No, it's definitely quicker. It's just a long lift. The fuck? It's covered in these horns, but what is it? The ladder up? You're another one of them, aren't you? Let's shoot him. Yeah. Okay, we can stagger him. Okay, now he's gonna hide behind... Oh, whoops. Sorry, didn't even mean to kill you. Okay, he can range battle us too. Come on, just hold still. Seriously? How did that not hit him? Seemed to just fly through him, one of those arrows. That got him. Okay, one of those deflected off the chair, but I'm about to have one deflect off the chair too, so I guess that's... Damn it! Not you. Kill him. Oh, man. Oh, that missed. Not sure how, but it did. There we go. These guys do it too? No. That was just him doing that, right? Yeah, no. They do. Okay. I'm much cooler with these guys doing it because they go down easy. Beast Horn. Interesting. Carrion Thrusting Shield. Excuse me? Silver Thrusting Shield embedded with glintstones. Enables the wielder to attack and guard simultaneously. Once wielded by Rolana the Twin Moon Knight during her sole entry into ritual combat. A demonstration of fidelity to the Erdtree. That's pretty cool. We need more strength to use it, though. Interesting. A shield with a thrust. I want to just see what its moveset is like. Yeah, I know I can't use it, but... Oh, it looks really cool. Huh. Like... it's straight up has a move set. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I would like a shield with decent fire resistance. I think the one we have is probably going to be as good as we're going to get. Yeah, not even the Mesmer shields offer better. There is the brass shield. 59 as opposed to 57. Anything else with better? That's 50 with the beast crest. But all these other ones don't offer 100% physical damage negation, which we don't need, to be fair. It's not necessary, but it is nice. I could take the brass shield. I'm just... I don't know. I'm a little bored of the brass shield. Doesn't look as cool as this one, so we're gonna keep the Banished Knight Heater shield, because this one at least looks cool. Glint Slab Fireflies, alright. And... yeah, then there's the ladder. Well... I'm sure we can get... there's another Site of Grace down there immediately. That is strange. So we have to make this long-ass trek before we even get to one, and then there's just immediately another one. Alright, what's going on here? This is... what the fuck? This is unsettling. Oh no. Let me get a fucking backstab on you. Yes. Oh, that's nice. Glad we didn't have to deal with you. Something's flapping. It's not flapping, it's walking. I'm going to avoid it. These guys seem passive. And I'll be dead honest, I just don't want to fight him. What I might do is double back, wait for him to go around, and then I can sneak up on him and backstab him. Take him that way. He's up there now. We'll grab this item while we're doing that. I'm gonna stealth through this place a little bit. Fire coil. Alright. Have you turned around? No, you're still walking that way. We'll take back here. Could always assassinate these while I'm at it. Okay. I'm making a little... oh, what? Oh, shit. He's here. He did not notice me. So he patrols around there. Don't mind me. I couldn't move. I was literally stuck. Well, guess we just take the big old ladder. Again. That was weird. Yep, I pressed, roll, and there was no response, so I died. Guy basically one-hit me with his combo, which sucks. So there's definitely more layers to this place. I don't know how to access them from where we currently are. This is reminding me a bit of the Carrion Study Hall, but a little bit more unnerving. And I really want your loot. And he dropped something. Alright, well, back down we go. Do want to get my runes, but... These don't seem like common drops. He fell right there by this site of grace. So we can just drop here, right? It's fine. Yeah. Only a smithing stone 7. I mean, it's not bad, but would have liked some gear. Some indication of what you were. So we have the storehouse, first floor, storehouse, back section. Sites of grace basically right on top of each other, which is very unusual. And considering that there's nothing stopping you from just going and grabbing the other one, it's a little weird why they would do that. There was an item there, but it's fine. We're gonna go back down there eventually. I don't know if you can jump off the side of a ladder. I don't think you can. But on the off chance... No. You're just gonna drop down, and I currently have too many runes to try that right now. See if you have any directional control over how you fall. Okay. Okay. Didn't drop anything this time. Good. These guys drop Embers of Mesmer, which is pretty cool. I don't think these are horn-scent ghosts. So where is he? Oh, he's right there. Let's wait for him to pass. My runes are a bit distant. But they aren't that many, so... Holy shit. And he's still doing the fire. Man, I do not like these guys. There's always, you know, in most locations you have these enemies that are... Yeah, so that's those runes gone. I'm gonna continue searching around here. There's no point in going back up there. In most locations, you'll have certain enemy types that are, you know, your elite enemies, right? It's often the knights. And I will say the knights in this game, some of them give me a bit of trouble, but overall, I think they're fine to fight. Whereas, like, some of the other elite enemies, like the omens, I hate fighting the omens. For some reason, I cannot get the timing on those right. And the horned warriors that were in Bellerat gave me that same vibe, that they were just obnoxious to fight. Okay. So this was a mistake. Don't feel like fighting multiple dudes throwing... Okay, I could have dropped down onto that and maybe gotten something up there. Well, we're down here now. Fireproof pickled liver. Maybe we should be using those. I don't know what is happening here. Okay, it's just one of you. But this pyromancy spell is, tricky. What are you? You an enemy? You are. Yeah, you're one of the shadow militia. What are you doing here? Like, if you were to get close to it and it couldn't hit you if you were right under it, I think I would be much more okay with this. But the fact that it'll hit you anywhere, that it means you have to dodge. You have to devote some time and resources to avoiding getting hit. And it delays whatever else you're doing. And they do it very rapidly. Nice try. It's a quick cast. Okay, we have immediately another guy already shooting at us. And we're getting, okay, okay. Alright. Clearing the place. So, like, this thing feels like a giant omen corpse. Or perhaps a divine beast. It's covered in the horns, which I guess the divine beasts were also covered in horns. But I don't know for sure. Well, can we jump up onto it? I reckon we can. We sure can. Look at this giant knotted tail. This also might be the way that we get up. Oh, look at that. Okay, we're gonna find out what this thing is. Revered Spirit Ash. Okay. So that came from the, Yeah, the withered corpses were called tutelary deities, and revered spirit ash was said to quietly accumulate in the palms of their hands. Okay, spirit ash of those who came before, infused with potent spirituality, acquired from the corpses of Hornsent and other objects that ritually decorate townships and villages across the realm of Shadow. Okay, it seems like there's not one source of revered spirit ash, but there can be multiple forms of it. Okay, so we can get up there. You know what this place reminds me of even more than the, what did I say it reminded me of before? I do not remember. It reminded me of something. But it reminds me of the library in Dark Souls 3 a bit. The bookcases that I'm pretty sure we can get on top of. If we start having to dip our head in candle wax, I'm gonna get a little peeved. Alright, we have the skeleton of some sort of fish thing, which is great, because that implies there's fish things. And they might be in the water. It might not be a fish. No, that's like a... That ain't a fish. I don't know why it doesn't have legs or arms. That is more of like a deer skull. Also, fish don't usually have skeletons, but perhaps a whale of some kind? Is that an enemy? No. Huh. It's you.
Righteous Tarnished. It's been some time. After unburdening my soul to you, I had hoped to make a fresh start. But there was one thought I could not dislodge from my mind. So, here I am. Quite unable to move on.
Ansbach. What appears to be the problem?
After Lord Mohg's slaying at his dynastic palace,
I didn't do it.
It appears his body has been absconded with and taken straight to kind Miquella. Surely you recall that I once served Lord Mohg as a pureblood knight.
So did I.
After failing him in every regard and losing sight of my vows, I'd do anything to make amends in whatever meager way I can.
Make amends to Mohg, huh? Interesting. Yeah, so with what we learned about Miquella, that he bewitched Mohg, this paints Mohg in a whole lot less of a sick and evil light. You know, before he was... You know, he took Miquella as his consort, the eternal child Miquella. Obviously, Miquella's not a child, he's just trapped in a child's body. So, you know, it's a little bit less sus. Also, consort doesn't necessarily mean the same thing that it does in our world. So there is some benefit of the doubt that could be offered to Mohg. You know, there's a lot of people saying that, oh, you know, he was a, you know, pedophile, who was doing certain things to Miquella. I believe that that was not the case. Like, whatever he did, it was still fucked up by the, by what we learned. But I don't think it went that visceral. Purely because the word consorts and lie with and that type of stuff has been thrown around quite a lot in this setting. And yeah, sure, it might be George R.R. Martin, but from what I understand, George R.R. Martin didn't have so much of a hand in creating the actual story of this game. He created mostly some back lore for it. So this is still Miyazaki. And thus far, Miyazaki has refrained from a lot of that type of stuff. For better or worse. You know, I'm not the type of person that sees that in fiction and is like, oh, no, I don't want to read it. I mean, it's obviously horrible, but, you know, that's the point of it. And, you know, sometimes that level of despicableness, that's a word, I'm sure, can get a point across quite well. And in many ways, it can also be an eye-opener to some people. But, you know, this is getting now into, like, you know, what lessons do you take from your fiction and all that. Anyways, we haven't seen that type of stuff in the Soulsborne games before. It's always been pretty nebulous, and they've definitely kept it nebulous here. So I think it's quite possible that it is what you make out of it. It's also, like, the whole idea of, you know, Fia laying with the dead and, you know, a bunch of people screaming, oh, she's a necrophile. And like, I don't know. I don't know. I think laying with the dead and sharing the life force might just be that. Not involve another step. So I think Mohg... It may have been the same deal with Mohg and Miquella. But now, even that is brought into question. Because if Miquella bewitched Mohg, which Ansbach seems to believe, which, again, we shouldn't necessarily take that as a direct fact. Ansbach could be wrong. He is afraid of Miquella, so he might be prone to making conclusions, or drawing conclusions that weren't true. But the possibility that that happened is very possible. Like, Miquella can do that. He could have done that. So it is very possible that he did. As I understand it, Miquella was unconscious when Mohg kidnapped him and never actually woke up because he was cocooned within the Erdtree and was attempting to grow the Erdtree so that he could use it to save Melania and many others. And that Mohg kidnapped him from there, which is what caused the Erdtree to die. And Miquella never emerged from that state of slumber. However, Miquella's cast-off part, Saint Trina, has a very obvious and very direct connection to sleep, meaning I don't think Miquella being asleep would prevent him from using his power in any way, shape, or form. Mohg may well have been bewitched. I don't know why Miquella would do that. Perhaps he did that after Mohg kidnapped him, so Mohg might still be the aggressor here, and Miquella just did that to, you know, kind of be like, okay, well, the situation is what it is now. I'm going to make the best of it, so I'm going to bewitch Mohg and do something to him. Make him do something for me. I don't know. We didn't really know what Mohg was doing aside from that. He was inside the cocoon that Miquella was in when we interrupted him and killed him. So, a lot of interesting stuff with Mohg and Miquella. Let me know your guys' thoughts, but again, if you know more than I do, because you're further along in this DLC, please do not reference any of that. Only reference, you know, what we already know. So, in fact, if you've already gone through this whole DLC, or are ahead of me, maybe, because inevitably what you do know can end up altering what you say, even if you're trying to give speculation based off of things you knew previously. Maybe refrain until later, until I learn it as well. Hold on to those comments, but if you're watching along with me and you don't know more than I do, then by all means.
What could they possibly have in mind for Lord Mohg's remains?
Yeah.
The implications are rather unnerving. What could they possibly the implications of?
So, interesting connection here. We've got some Omen corpses displayed here. We're gonna find Lord Mohg's corpse on display in here. Like, that looks like an omen, and a giant omen. I don't know why it's that big. But it is. Pretty wild. I almost missed Ansbach entirely. He blends in with his surroundings. Super well. This place has very cool lore connotations. It's a shame about the pyromancer enemy. God, I love this sword. Oh, fuck. What was I just saying? Yeah, like, this is... This is a different one from the one that's up top. Not the one that's, like, up top in here, but the one that was outside. The ones that were outside were way less aggressive in close combat. I have not killed a single one of these fairly. It's probably better to just avoid these guys, but I think he's coming for me. Where is he? I have no idea where he went. Smithing Stone 8. No, he's here. I need to figure out how to get away from him and then maybe engage him at range. Where is he? He's not here. Did he go up? I'm confused. There he is. Because if I can engage him in a range battle, I can win. I'll take a bit of damage, but... Okay, he's coming. He's not interested in a range battle. And this is just a... Can't roll fast enough. And there's another one right over there. Bro, these guys are horrible. They remind me of those Grave Warden fighters in Dark Souls 3, but with a lot of health. Like, those were fine because you could take them down and stagger them pretty easily. But these are just... They don't stagger. Like, at all, it would seem. I'm gonna equip Mohg's sword. Maybe they do. Maybe they'll stagger if I have the right weapon equipped. Let me kill these jerks first. So we're gonna give that a try. The perfumes I don't think are gonna work here at all. Okay. He wants to fight at range this time. I'm happy to oblige. You're almost out of Bloodbone arrows, and I cannot make any more, because I don't have any Blood Rose, and it doesn't seem like you find Blood Rose here, which is most unfortunate. How did that miss? He wasn't even moving. Ah! I mean, now he's moving, obviously, but... What the fuck? Again! He's got these, like... Okay. Do I just go in for the melee kill here? Maybe. Oh, he's just gonna keep spamming this shit. Oh, it's one of these. You have the big sword. It's not the one with the, fast one. God damn it, drop your gear at least. Alright, some beast horns. Give me some fucking lore. I don't like... Sorry, I'm a little bit more negative this episode than normal, but definitely encountering a little bit more of some of the aspects of this game that I like less. Or this game series, I should say. So, no sneaking up on you, then. Okay. That's Clutch. So, the problem was the sword. Maybe this is going to make this a whole lot better. They still do an absolute fuckload of damage, considering they're using knives and are very aggressive. I need to pull back or I'm going to die, because he can basically one-shot me there. They're not easy with this, but a whole lot more manageable. So what I was saying, what I didn't like, is the fact that you have to grind certain enemies to get their gear, and with some you just don't. Like, if it was consistent, like, all enemies would drop their gear if you killed them enough, except for maybe the unique ones, of course, then okay. Fine, but the fact that some of them just don't drop their gear at all, but you don't know that until you killed a shit ton of them, whereas other ones do, that bugged me. Like, stick to one thing or the other. Or, better yet, just don't do gear drops like that. One of the things I liked about Bloodborne, it's also what I didn't like about Bloodborne, controversially, because you don't get as much lore on the enemies, because the enemies just didn't drop gear, most of them. But you would just find full sets. Like, that's how you did it. You found a full set, and yeah, when you got it, you got the set. Cool, done. That is loot hanging from that guy's beard. Pearl Collar Finger Remedy. Yay. Alright, we got some Shadow Militiamen here. Alright. See ya. Okay, they're throwing shit at me. There's two of them. There's another one over there. Don't worry, I see it. Alright. You're gone. You gonna come around this way? Or am I gonna come around and attack you from behind? You're here. Hi! Bye! This looks suspicious. So the issue here is I'm lost. I don't know where we have been. I mean, we haven't been here, but there are multiple paths. Lump of flesh. Lovely. Hi. Bye. Beasthorn. Hi. Okay. Now I just need to not get slaughtered. Fucking hell. One slip-up. They do so much damage. And it wasn't really a slip-up. I was rolling. It's just I got stuck on that. Ugh. I'm sorry, guys. I try not to get frustrated, but I don't even know where I was, or really how I got there, because this place is just a labyrinth, and it's a labyrinth that you can't that you can't really run through, because there's just so many dead angles, so many nooks and crannies, so many ways to get lost that you kind of have to clear it every single time. Just bothersome. All right, it should be right under me. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna... No, it's not, but it is in that direction, but I don't know how to get there. No, looks like we're gonna have to go past this one. And I don't even know if this is the right way. Yeah, and he... So this might be a bit jarring, but here we are back at the Dragon Communion site. I decided to back out of there. So I must apologize for the state of this episode being all over the place. Basically me trying to progress in certain areas and deciding, nah, I'm going to wait on that. Which, of course, we did in Jagged Peak, but I decided not to go any farther because of the potential implications of what we might fight up there. I don't know, like, how late in the game that's supposed to be. It feels like a later game thing. It feels like something super climactic with the Dragon Bale. And with the way how the character stories and everything goes, in case I miss something, I don't want to proceed onwards and maybe lock myself out of certain story elements. So I decided to not fight Bale and then progress further on in the Shadow Keep. And we explored a bit of the Shadow Keep, the flooded church district, as it was, and then a little bit in the storehouse. But I didn't really feel like I was exploring at any point of it. I felt like I was trying not to die the entire time because of these goddamn pyromancers. I do not like the design of these pyromancers. I probably made that clear. However, I cut out a lot of this episode because I died many times. And it basically just resulted in me being incredibly frustrated. So I put the game down for a couple of hours, and now I'm back recording again, and realize that there is actually another way of progression, which is going to be down here. Or at least I hope there is. I don't know if there is, but it's possible. There is this area, we saw it, but we didn't further explore it. We just kind of trumped around on the carcass of this dragon, and then ignored everything else that was here. So we're going to try and explore here a little bit, and hope that this brings us somewhere that's less horrific. Because, like, these pyromancers, you know, I can kill them. Oh, wow, another harpoon. That's cool. I can kill them, but it is a significant effort. Burning through my resources. It takes a lot of time, and if I slip up even once, I die, and then I have to go back through the entire area, and you kind of have to kill everything. Because some of these shadowy enemies, which also have access to this obnoxious homing fireball ability, which I hated the goats in Dark Souls 3 that did that, and I hate the enemies that do that here. I was kind of enjoying Elden Ring before because, well, not because, but I was enjoying the fact that it didn't have an ability that was quite like that. But now we have one. They decided to bring that stupid spell type back in, and it really bugs me, and the aggressiveness and sheer inability to stagger these pyromancers, given that they're, like, tall and slender, it really doesn't make sense. What the fuck is this? Part of the dragon? No. That's fingers. Alright, well, I'm glad we came this way, because this looks like it might be a way to progress down there, but we also have up there, so I think we have multiple potential ways of progression here. So I feel a whole lot better about just exploring around this area with the dead dragon. That'll at least tie it in with what we did in the previous episode a little bit better, too, rather than me just doing a 180 and getting the hell out of there. Again, I want to at least unlock the map of this place before I fight what's presumably Bale. But we'll see if I can actually do that, because this isn't anywhere near the map. But maybe there's going to be another map stele that we can't see for some reason. But what there is, regardless, is the way down through there. And then there's this area, which is very pretty. So, again, my apologies for this rather disjointed episode. There's always going to be a couple of these in these playthroughs as I hit a brick wall and get fed up and decide, nah, I'm going to go somewhere else. Oh, look at that! I love this wide beach that you can presumably walk out really far out into the water. That's cool. It's actually like the beaches in the Netherlands. And then whatever the hell this looks like a giant boat ramp where, you know, the nobility of the Realm of Shadow can, you know, lower their yachts in with big trailers. I'm sure that's not what it's for, but like this blue area, and we got this red area here. Like, this is cool. This is very cool. Yeah, we're gonna look around here. Just gonna take a slow canter. Charo's Hidden Grave. Alright, so new area. Oh, I thought you were our friends! Alright, well, if they're attacking me, I'm gonna attack them. Maybe we'll finally drop a lore item. Ugh. It's very, sea cucumber-like. Or worm-like. Spitting out their guts to ensnare things with their guts, swallowing themselves up. These enemies are weird. But also really cool. Like, fucking... FromSoft can do amazing enemy design. And then it can create those obnoxious pyromancers, who again, look cool, but... Oh, Gravekeeper's Brain Pan? Excuse me? What do we have a Gravekeeper's Brain Pan? Skull bone of an old Gravekeeper. I don't know if you need to say skull bone, like the skull is the bone inside the head, usually. But, I guess, you know, want to be clarified here. Material used for crafting items, mainly found in the hidden grave of Charo. The old Gravekeepers are boatsmen, and continue to summon the dead even after withering away. So, we saw boats around the dead in the area where we encountered the first visage of Godwyn, or the first Godwyn cadaver, in Stormvale. So, this is interesting. Okay, it's a little... Alright. I can't even keep the lock, it was just instantly delocking. That was weird. Alright, never mind, that's not nearly as bad. Strange enemies, but apparently they drop these. What I was saying, before getting attacked by the spectral worm cucumber thing, there's more of them up there, by the way, is that we found, like, boats with corpses in them, or skeletons in them, in the area around the first Godwyn cadaver in Stormvale Keep. And, I mean, boats and corpses is obviously a callback to Greek mythology, which, yeah, there's plenty of influence from Greek mythology in Souls games in general. But, damn, I'm getting a little wrecked here. Can't really block them because the attacks are coming from above. It's such a weird move. But also, I really, like, you can't really target them. Or at least it doesn't... Yeah, this is the better option. Just use the power attack. But yeah, like, I have to click the lock twice for it to even lock. Alright. Power attacking them seems to do it. And indeed, they just dropped these brain pans, so... This is interesting. This makes me feel like the root of these weird worm things are actually the old Gravekeepers. That maybe they were buried in the ground and these things emerged from their brains. Which is a little weird. Continue to summon the dead even after withering away. I don't really know what to make of that, other than, you know, the Greek mythology connection. Boatsmen with the dead. I suppose you can also connect that to Egyptian mythology, too. With, Osiris. And then, of course, there's this connection, which I just completely forgot about until this instant. Yeah, duh, Tibia Mariners. Which are associated with they who live in death, and Deathroot, but also seem to have a connection... Actually, do they have a connection with... Have we seen them using any sort of ghost flame? I don't think so. They've just been using purple. We'll see. We'll see. Let's take them on. This is one of my favorite enemy designs in FromSoft history. There he is. It's just... it's such a cool enemy. It's not even a boss, it's just an enemy. I love that. It's as tough as a boss. Okay. Oh, they're summoning Revenants now, alright. Okay, Royal Revenant, huh? I am actually better off fighting you on foot. And another long death run. It's really not that long of a run, actually. This isn't bad at all. So we got some dogs here. Seem to be having an item of some kind. Gravekeeper's Cookbook. Polterstone. A record of crafting techniques of the Gravekeepers who watch over those who rest in the realm of shadow. What is a Polterstone? I want to see what this is. It's probably going to be related to the ingredients, if you want to call it that we picked up. Okay, no, we need grave crickets and spirit gravestones. Make a noise imitative of a human presence. That's really cool. Contrivance of the Gravekeepers made from spirit gravestone. Looks very strange. Creates noises imitative of human presence where it lands when thrown. Said to have been used by the solitary gravekeepers to distract themselves from their longing for company. That's... Huh. That might be really useful as an item. As like a distraction piece. There's spells that do that. But, yeah, then I have to equip those. Which I could do, I guess. Alright. So, yeah, we have a Royal Revenant up there. Which I'm not a huge fan of. But let's summon Latenna right here. And then, yeah, no, we're just gonna... I think we can just fight this thing. For now. Let's actually get the power attack in. Or not. We can miss too. That's cool. I should already dismount. And get ready for this business. Can't even... That's not the AoE heal, is it? No, it is the AoE heal. Okay. Yeah, so this thing's effects are purple. Which is not the same. Goodbye. Actually, I think I can just poke you and you'll die. Oh, it died already? Lovely. Just gonna wail on him like this. If he summons another one, I'm ready. I should probably, chuck some FP. Okay, Latenna's doing super well. Where? Alright. Latenna's no longer useful in this fight. Where'd he go off to? Alright, what are you gonna summon this time? Hopefully not another Revenant. Not a big fan of those. No. Just some skeletons? You can hit me with your boat. That's alright. I'll take that. You can hit me with your boat as much as you want, pal. That is A-okay. I'm gonna get whacked again. Guys. Yeah, what you summoning? Aside from purple stuff. It's so cool. I love these guys. Alright, that's enough. You're not gonna drop Deathroot. You're gonna drop something else. Tibia Cookbook? What? The record of crafting techniques of the Mariners, the oldest of the Gravekeepers. Okay, so the Tibia Mariners are the Gravekeepers. Details an ancient means of summoning the dead. Call of Tibia. Oh, this would have been awesome on my Inheritor build. But what is it? Call of the Dead. Probably already scrolled past it. Let's get up here. I'm not seeing what the Call of the Dead might be. Polterstones. Not a grease. This is it. Call of the Tibia. Alright, so we need a Gravekeeper Brain Pan, some Grave Crickets, and Human Bone Shards. Use FP to summon one lost in death. Excuse me? An ancient ceremonial tool that uses a Gravekeeper's skull as a catalyst. Uses FP to summon one lost in death at the spot that it is thrown. The creature spins and mows down foes in the vicinity 3 times before dissipating. The dead have long been left to wander. What they need is leadership. Okay, so it's not real necromancy. God, I wish that they would just let us do that. Summon skeletons. That would be really cool. Even if it was just a couple of them. Playing an actual summoner build. And to have it not suck. Because that's usually the case in a lot of games. Not ARPGs. ARPGs are generally the ones that get the summoning done right. But like, I remember Skyrim, and actually all of the Elder Scrolls games, and summoning was pretty useless. At least back when I played it. Yeah. So yeah, it would be really cool if you could properly summon in a Souls game. I mean, we have our Spirit Ashes, so obviously we can summon, but as like a spell thing, right? They could be weak and all that, but you could even take that a step farther and like add in a whole nother, you know, summoning certain creatures and all that. Ooh, Ghost Flame Bloom. What? That's new. Ghost Flame flower that blooms, or that grows in grave sites. Looks really cool. You can actually see little like spectral figures coming off of the petals. Blossoms in hidden grave of Charo. Of a pair with another gravesite flower, the grave violet. All but incorporeal, it burns without so much as a sound. So they're like paired with grave violets. Is this like in the land of shadow, a ghost flame bloom? Or in the land of shadow there is a ghost flame bloom, and in the lands between you get a grave violet? I'm gonna look at the grave crickets in just a second. Ah! Let's look at the grave crickets. Oh, they look cool. Cricket that produces a raspy cry. Mainly found near stone coffins. The sound of these crickets are often taken to be the rustling of the restless dead, or sometimes the sound of their calling voices. This is a really cool idea for a creature. Perhaps I will steal it for my, or at least steal it and slightly co-opt it for my, my setting. It's not like, if I ever release certain things of my setting that I'm gonna get accused of copying Miyazaki. I mentioned it in my, original game playthrough, but, like, so many things that I made for my setting are showing up in this game, and it's just like, alright, well, alright. Sometimes that happens. What is that? Oh, that's the dragon. Is that the dragon? Yes. That is in the direction of the dragon. Okay, I'm like, that is a big fuck-off claw, and I don't know what it is. But, actually we do. What's up with this giant gravestone? This is giving me some Bloodborne vibes. Can you give me some more grave crickets? I would like to get these reagents so that we can make some cool stuff. I don't know how good it is. If it's anything like the Tibia summons, it's going to be completely useless, which, please, Miyazaki, fix it. They did the death builds pretty dirty. I mean, the weapons that we can get are cool, but spells, I guess the Rancor call is alright. Just doesn't do much damage, but, you know, it's decent for staggering, but come on, Tibia Summons was like a very high level one, and absolute trash. This place is cool. Now where to? Up and above? Around that area? I don't think we can go down through here. Without dying. That's still... I feel like we might actually be able to go there. There is a map stele down here, too. But that's probably at the beach. So, I reckon we're not going to be able to get there just yet. But I did look around this place completely. And in through here. Grabbed all the grave crickets. I went back there, I believe. Now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I missed something. No. Alright. Fuck this fence. Feel a lot better about exploring this area. I missed something. And I want to get all of the reagents I can here. Okay, just a random brain pan lying on the ground. Oh. Sight of Grace. Would you look at that? Alright. Alright. What do we got here? That looks really cool. Blue flowers, and we have the red flowers up here. I hope the flowers are actually different in appearance. You're gonna rest. Get some stuff back, because we have these ones which... Yeah, like, these look totally different from these red flowers, which we've already seen before. These ones have, like, very thin petals. We'll look down below. I'm hoping the blue ones aren't just reskinned. We have an entire other... Ooh, look at all the grave birds. That's cool. Grave bird boss up ahead, maybe? I'd be alright with that. Especially if he gives us some more lore. Uh-huh. Oh, and the ghost flame blooms respawn. That's handy. Okay, I wanted to go all the way up there. We can grab a couple more grave crickets and ghost flame blooms while we're at it. We're gonna head up here first before we go into the gravebird area, because maybe we can even see something from up here. Like, some of the bosses you can actually see before getting into the arena. Scratch that! I think I found the gravebird box. Yes, I just immediately looked away from it, because I want to first cover what's behind me before we go in that direction. Call of Tibia. Alright, so that's just one of the actual items. Come on. Get him. More coming up? I hear them. Somewhere. Yeah, right here. Skeleton bandit. Oh, and some spears. Damn it. Damn it. Alright, got him. Like, act like it's a big deal. These guys aren't particularly hard. Okay, I wish you would drop some more human bone shards. Ooh, there was something here. Gravekeeper brain pan. Just lying around. And a ghost flame bloom that I didn't see. Alright. So yeah, right behind these trees. That is a large gravebird. And possibly a gravebird boss. And is this going to be the place that leads us down? Holy shit, I, like, stopped. And it just kept going. That was nerve-wracking. So, we have a gravebird there. And one up there. However, this one is not targetable. I reckon it's going to activate, though. I don't trust it. So I'm going to pull these ones out. Don't think I needed to shoot it with a serpent arrow, but what's done is done. Did they do that before? I think so. Okay. Let me equip some regular arrows. Possibly even Halleck bone arrows. No, I'm just going to do regular arrows. These aren't hard enough to warrant the extra holy damage. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I'll draw both of them. I can deal with two at a time. Especially well mounted. We got another one up there too, so... Might have spoken too soon. If they're both doing that at me, we may have a problem. But I think I can get rid of one. Yeah, we're fine. These really aren't that bad. They hit quite hard, but they go down easy. Which I think is reasonable for non-boss enemies. Unlike those goddamn pyromancers. Who hit hard, have obnoxious tracking ranged attacks, are tough as fuck, don't stagger. Like, Morgoth's sword will stagger them. I actually tried that against those. And it does work, but it's not a guarantee. And you run out of stamina before you kill them. Okay. Gravebirds are gone. Except for that one. Let's get rid of that one, too. You have a really cool, I like these things. I wonder if we're going to get a Gravebird summon. I would love a Gravebird summon. I would love it so much more if I was still running my old Inheritor build. Alright, you're staying here, I'm going to take you out here. Whatever happens with this thing, I can be out of here before it happens. You are not aggroing. What about now? Rings of Spectral Light. That seems cool. Sorcery practiced by the keepers of the spirit graves, where all the dead ultimately drift, creates rings of spectral light that fire in unison. Charging enhances potency. The rings of light have the same qualities as Ghost Flame and deal magic damage while also causing frost buildup. That is fucking awesome, and I would have absolutely loved this with the Inheritor. Maybe I should have just kept playing as the Inheritor, but no, I decided to make a new character, or respec the Inheritor into a new character, I should say. We could revert back to the Inheritor, but no, her story is over. She is the Duskborn. She didn't come here. There's nothing for her in the Land of Shadow. The Red Herald. She will seek things out here, though. Come on, something else. More grave crickets? Yeah, give me all of them. I feel like there's more to do here. The way how it's rooted, kind of, yeah. This isn't an enemy. And I don't really know what else we might be able to do with it, so... We're gonna head up here before we head down there. Because we can get down there, I think. Yeah, through here. Maybe. I don't know, actually. And then there's more of this place. This keeps going. This is a surprisingly larger than I thought area. Along with the blue meadows down below, whatever those are. Oh man, the blood red looks so cool. That is a skeleton executioner. I'm going to draw him away from the rest of the graves. Okay. Didn't draw him far enough, because... Oh, I almost fucked up. I really almost fucked up there. Okay. Unfortunately, there's another one. But... I'm not sure what happened there. We kind of rolled over something and it interrupted my attack. And then stopped me from moving. Which is weird. Okay, let's get rid of that. Ow. You guys hit so hard. And fast. At least they have downtime between their attacks. When they aren't doing their, like, spam. Alright. It gave me 26 runes. Or it said it was giving me 26 runes, and then it gave me a hell of a lot more. I don't know what's up with that. You gonna drop anything here? Gravekeeper brain pan. Thin beast bones. Alright. Then we go down here, and yeah, we can drop down to this area, I suppose. Why not? Mirandos. Alright. Haven't seen you in a while. Are these special? Because they tend to absorb some truth of the land they're in. We have a big glaive skeleton there, and one of the skeleton bandits. I'm going to take out the bandit. They're easy to take down. The glaive skeletons are quite a bit harder. Also not that bad. Prefer these ones to the axe ones. Oh, okay. Another one getting up. Just a crossbow. These are very low on the threat. So low that I'm kind of not even going to bother. Alright, the spear is a bit of a problem, as is my lock-on. Alright, glaive down. Big, nice. Down he goes. Get rid of this one. Are you gonna take damage from that? No, of course not. Ow. Okay. I hate the horse stagger. Like... Ah, that is the most infuriating way to die, is when some tiny little enemy staggers your horse. Because apparently momentum doesn't exist. Fucking rats do it, now the Mirandas. God. Yeah, this is the place where we were just going through. Alright, well, guess I'm fighting the Grave Birds. You? Yeah, you are. You're gonna drop down at me? Death right, bird! What? No. No. I mean, I should have expected it, but... Death right, bird with... What the fuck? Oh, God. Oh, I didn't want that. A Deathrite bird with a bunch of grave birds next to it is going to be an absolute nightmare. These are already difficult. I don't mind them as bosses. I think they're really cool. But, yeah, no, actually there's no point in going to get our runes, because they're gone. Fucking hell. So, you gotta clear this area of the grave birds first? I suppose? I don't know. I would assume so. It's not the arrow I wanted to fire, but alright, we did. Fucking Deathrite birds. Okay. That's gonna be problematic. It's like almost everyone you fight has different abilities, too. Or has a slightly enhanced moveset from the previous ones, so... Whatever this one has, I dread. Question is... So this is A, in the middle of the day. The Death Birds were always night enemies. Maybe it is night, I honestly can't tell. No, I think it's daytime. Can we see it? Is it just out and about? But I'm absolutely going to summon for this. Yeah, why don't you come over here? You coming? Yeah, he's coming. Slowly. I just don't want to go over there yet. Should probably also heal. I could summon Latenna somewhere. But I think the Deathrite Bird can probably take her out. Ow. Okay. What the fuck? I could not do anything. That was the horse stagger getting me killed, and then, yeah, when I was down, I couldn't get up fast enough. Oh, man. What a day. What a day. This is not my day. Let's clear these out again. I think I'm gonna summon Latenna already. I'm gonna summon her up here. On this ledge. Perfect. She'll have a vantage point. And I think we can take out... Well, we'll at least take out this one before. I don't know if there's more. I'm pretty sure there are. I see one up there. Like, do you even have health? What the fuck, Torrent? These ones you fight on foot. Yeah, if it's gonna sit there and not care that I'm shooting it, which it absolutely is, but on the plus side, Okay, need to heal. Now. Do not want to deal with, Okay. Switch to the shield. I don't know if that's gonna help. Roll to the side. Yeah, Latenna is at least doing something here. Okay. Okay, pull away. Chug. While readying for the DLC, trying to get another character to higher level, where I could play with a completely new character. I did fight the Kayla Deathrite bird quite a lot, so, alright, it's gonna do its, no, that's not the one that I thought it was gonna do. I should have mounted. Alright, we managed to avoid that. I need to mount now, though. Yes. Please, for the love of... Oh my god, that is different from... Yeah. Dismount. These are not ones you want to fight mounted. Alright, we're looking good. Oh, come on! Right, well, whatever. Just hit it in the head, then. Sometimes you can actually get more damage in by doing it that way. Pull away. Chug. Sideways. I kind of have their moveset down a little bit because I fought this one so frequently. Right? Okay, that's not good. This one doesn't seem to have anything new. It's just regular old Deathrite bird. Okay. Nice. Get behind it. Can I hit it once? Yes. Twice? Yes. Alright. It's pecking. Just roll away. Damn it. Flip it. Flip it. Flip it. Nope. 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 Not like this. Heal. Like, they're not that bad of an enemy. What's the main problem with the Deathrite birds is the arenas you fight them in, and this one is in a very clean arena, so they're pretty easy if you're not being caught up in the environment. So... Ghost Flame Call. Man, why are we getting all this stuff now? I needed this on my previous character. Grants the armament with the Cold Affinity and the following skill, Ghost Flame Call. Thrust out armament to summon Ghost Flame. Follow up with a normal attack to set the... Oh, this is the... This is the one that the Death Poker uses. This is just that Ash of War. Right? Or am I wrong? No, it's Ghost Flame Ignition, but I reckon it's going to be very similar. Alright, now that this area is cleared of Deathrite birds, we can proceed onwards and kill the regular Grave birds, or get randomly killed by one of them. That's also possible. Jesus. Okay. They have this wild, long attack chain. Thankfully, they stagger really easily, considering they're stone birds. Like, you'd think they'd be a bit tougher and stagger less, given what they're made out of. And you'd think certain enemies that are, like, tall and skinny would be more easily staggerable, like those damn pyromancers. I'm gonna keep complaining about them forever, by the way. I'm pretty sure they're my least favorite enemy in the DLC. Miranda's. I'll get some revenge. Okay. That's where we died before. It's like a poison cloud has no business stopping a horse in its tracks. Damage, absolutely. We should be getting damaged and getting poisoned. But freezing it in its tracks? Please. Yeah. Anything up there? I think those are just birds. Regular birds, not grave birds. And here, we just have the place with the Mirandas. More of them up here. They are pretty killable. Out of stamina, apparently. These things are so weird. And I love it. Like, this is great. This is creative FromSoft enemy design. As opposed to, like, the Pyromancers. Here we go again. So the Pyromancers combine an annoying spell used by the Demon Gru in Izalith, or in the Dark Souls 3 Izalith Labyrinth, basically. It's a slightly modified version of that, but it's, you know, it's the fireball that then tracks you, or that gets released and then homes in on you later. They have basically the Grave Warden moveset, or at least the one with the two swords, which is the one that gave me the major problem. The one with the single sword wasn't so bad. But the one with the double short swords basically used the, like, Dark Souls 3 Grave Warden moveset. I honestly don't know if there's any difference at all. And then they just combine it with a shit ton of poise and a shit ton of health. And it's like, yeah, you're a new enemy. It's like, okay. Appearance-wise, you know, again, great job from the art design on making them look cool, but come on. DLC should, when you have new enemies, make them a bit more interesting, or if you, at least you can't make them interesting, don't make them infuriating. Like the worm things. Like, those are cool. Interesting and not infuriating. And they can certainly still be a threat. I almost died against them. And the grave birds, you know, they're cool. Unique design. Their ability to... What the fuck is that? Not with 258,000 runes. That's what that is. I am going up here. And I'm going to slaughter weird-looking worms instead. Okay. Going for these ones first. There's so many of them. And they have range, too. Like, they can hit from a distance. It's just... What a weird enemy. And again, do they drop those? Can they drop those? I'm still on the fence. Wow, that... So that... that was weird. We didn't take any damage there. But the hairs, or tendrils, can damage you even after they've been swung at you. So if you walk into them after the fact, they'll still hit you. I have way too little health to be running into 3 of them. So, can I shoot them? Like, I reckon these are going to be a little bit tricky to target with a bow. But we're going to give it a try. Not so much. Okay, that does work. But it's difficult. That works too. Okay. And it even staggers them. Fucking weird-ass design. Alright, let's go in. Okay, yeah, the goat is what I wanted to attack. There we go. Clear map. In beast bones. And nothing else. Alright, I don't think we actually need to be slaughtering these things. I will go down here, but not from this direction, probably. Because I think I'll die if we do that. I think I can drop down from here, though. This looks safe. Alright. Up here, another Miranda Bloom. So, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a longer episode because I kind of feel like I would be shortchanging you guys if I just cut it off after I left the other place, and I want to have some, like, thematic you know, some measure of progress. And I feel like we're making some progress now, so I'm gonna end it pretty soon. Let me deal with this guy first. And the Miranda here. Okay, pull away. I have a solution to these. This should clear these out real quick. Oh yeah, I don't like that. Oh, and a skeleton. Multiple skeletons, even. Okay. Okay. So there is an item here. And the reason why I knew this would be effective is because this will light them the fuck up, which basically staggers them. Or stuns them for the duration. Okay, it's still casting, though. That's abnormal. They don't normally do that when they're on fire. May have already been in an animation. No, certainly not in an animation. It's just doesn't care. I want to see what this one's gonna drop. It's just, it feels a bit out of place to the point that, wow, not even death stops that. Interesting. All right, just the same stuff. But what are you hiding? Greater Potentate's Cookbook 14. Hefty Rancor Pot. Okay, so just a bigger version of the Rancor Pot. Alright. That's cool. The Rancor Pots are fun. Not all that good, but maybe the Hefty Rancor Pot is good, because it's probably going to create a lot of those ghost flames, which could be quite nice. I'm going to keep looking around this area, see if there's anything I missed. No, that's where we were before. And we've got the worm friends out here. There's a ghost flame that I missed. Grab that. Ghost flame bloom. Any crickets? And then there's this fucking thing. Did I just get your attention? What are you? That is a new enemy, and I am apprehensive about facing it with this many runes. To say the least. I don't know if I can go around it either. It's probably got a threat radius, I would reckon. Oh, okay. So we're gonna go the other way. Would like to find another site of grace. But I don't think we're gonna. But we're gonna explore the other side of this plateau. Ah, there's a... Inferno Golem, or whatever they're called. I think I've called them by a dozen different names, and presumably none of them are going to be the right one. I'm fairly certain it's going to be a golem of some kind, but couldn't tell you more than that. Wicker Golem, Inferno Golem, Fire Golem, what else have I called it? Furnace Golem. It's not very furnace-like, though. It's definitely more of a burning wicker golem. And that's what's up there, so I don't think we're going that way. I am going to go back to this site of grace. Mostly so that I can level up, and also end the episode. We haven't found any NPCs here, which is a bit unfortunate, but hey, we're getting close to 60 decks. So that'll be pretty good. And I think we're gonna go challenge that large, I don't know, hippo rhino thing, naked mole rat looking thing in the next episode. So stay tuned for that. Once again, I apologize for the disjointed nature of this, skipping around, you know, going into a place and then backing out at the last moment. And, you know, also for the length of the episode, if that's something that bothers you, they won't normally be this long. But I hope you have still enjoyed it nevertheless, and hopefully our foray into the Hidden Grave area made up for the unfortunate nature of the earlier parts of this episode. But if you have enjoyed it, do drop this video a like, and I will catch you all in the next one. Erdtree out.